I absolutely nailed my pitch. I presented in front of 100 people in Manchester this week for an investment of £100,000, and as soon as I was finished, people were queuing up to speak to me. That's how well it went. So before I get into the whole pitch, where you can watch the entirety, including the Q&A, and I recommend watching it to the end, and I'll come to why in a minute. But at the beginning, before I went on stage, there was a guy who had a company that was selling, his business is unbreakable glass, and he was demoing the glass, but he accidentally broke the glass and shattered it all over the floor. And I'm sharing this because it'll have more context at the beginning of this pitch. Also, someone called me out for saying I'm a 2-time powerlifting champion, so you get to see my response of how I handle him laughing at me saying I'm a 2-time powerlifting champion. And also, I received a question in the Q&A, and that is probably the penultimate question, so stay to the end to watch it, where people were going on LinkedIn and said it was one of the best responses that they've ever seen to a pitch, and they were saying it was spectacular to witness, which to me was like massive compliments. I've never spoken publicly on stage before, and this is the first time being in this kind of environment and situation, and it just went extremely well. But let's watch it. Tell me what you think, comment, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, and let's get into it. Thank you.
This afternoon is no different. It's a really interesting one. It's a little bit different to what was the norm for us. So please, to explain more, give a warm welcome to Manicura of 5th Ray, who's going to
Paul shattering glass, but I'll be shattering glass ceilings. I'm Manicura. I'm a 2-time powerlifting champion. I'm actually a gut health coach. I see you laughing there. We'll have a bench press competition after this. I'm a gut health coach, but these are actually byproducts of my horrendous native experience with Crohn's disease. So my business is 5th Ray, which is the new dimension of gut health and tea. So we live in a coffee culture, and there's 2 main problems that I really want to tackle here, and obviously coffee is one of them, because coffee really and truly causes inflammation to the gut and the body. It damages the gut lining. You get these, a lot of people actually have crashes and slumps when you have coffee, and it weakens the immune system. Then you've got gut health supplements, and their heart's in the right place, you know, they're trying to better your gut health, but the problem is it's processed, it's bland, it's uninspiring. And then, you know, I'm introducing 5th Ray, which is an all-in-one potent plant tea blend, which boosts the immune system, reduces stress and anxiety levels, and which really sustains energy levels as well, puts good bacteria back into your gut. And nowadays we're more health conscious, we care about what we put in our bodies, what we're drinking. And for me, on a personal level, because my journey with Crohn's disease, I discovered the plants as a healing medicine, because I was on medication for 16 years of an incurable disease, and my bowel perforated on Christmas Day 2016, and so I spent New Year's in a hospital bed looking at the ceiling, praying would I get my life back. And within 11 months I became a powerlifting champion. I broke the deadlift record in my weight class in the Yorkshire North East, and my story went viral. And my journey naturally progressed from being in IT for 10 years to being a gut health coach, because I help people naturally heal their Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. And a big part of their program is I do 90-day programs, and I give them 5th Ray with the product is called Cosmic U, which is the tea. And I've had overall tremendous success with this. Everyone's the inflammation's reduced. A lot of people are coming off medication. Their energy levels are skyrocketing, their stress levels are coming right down. And what I want to do is, I want to bring this to the forefront. I want to make it mainstream. You know, I kind of want to go against the coffee industry. We live in a coffee culture, and it's been around for 20, 30 years. And I want to kind of come and change that paradigm with Cosmic Q. So right now, I'm launching my business in March of this year. So I'm a startup brand, and there's 2 markets I really want to tackle here. It's the tea market and the gut health market. Tea is the most drunk thing in the world after water, so it's a no-brainer in that sense. And right now, the industry in 2023 is a roughly about $41 billion industry, pound industry globally, forecast to go to about 53 billion by 2028. Gut health is growing far quicker at 43 billion as 2023 to 63 billion by 2027 with 11% compound annual growth rate. So I'm trying to carve out a niche that sits kind of in between gut health and teeth. From a business model, I'm going down the direct-to-consumer e-commerce route to start off with. I really want to focus online. It's a subscription-based model, which every pouch of Cosmic Hue is served for 30 cups per month. Roughly, to the consumer, it works out about 76p per day, which is a lot cheaper than a cup of coffee for starters. But my big vision is I would really love to hit the retail giants, going to Holland and Barrett, going to Boots, Ricardo. That'll be phase 2. My big vision is the fifth rate cafe, which is the alternative to coffee shops. I literally just went to Black Sheep Coffee this morning, and first question I asked, what herbal tea do you do? And they went, we've got green tea, that's as far as it goes as a herbal tea, and that fills me with quite a lot of disappointment, because why would I want these coffees that cause inflammation, people getting these slumps, and another thing is, it's very acidic on the body, coffee. All disease known to man thrives in an acidic environment, whereas the plants of Cosmic Hue is alkaline by nature. So if you just wake up first thing in the morning and you're alkaline in your body, you start your day right. 90% of your stress is in your gut. Your cortisol hormone reduces your stress levels immediately. So I'm here, I'm pitching for an investment, in fact, like Graham said, for £125,000. I've already raised £25,000 from a private investor, so I'm seeking the remaining balance of £100,000. And I want you all to join me in shifting this paradigm from coffee to Cosmic Hue. And my details, if you want to get in contact, my banner's over there. Please scan that QR code, and it has all my information. And thank you.
To questions, I've just got some. So you're looking for 125 altogether. You've raised 25.
Yes.
£100,000. You just said that the herbal tea market is absolutely growing. It's huge and it's growing bigger. How are you going to compete with the big boys with such obviously a small budget? Because that obviously part of that budget is for marketing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm asking for another £100,000, but that's for 12 months. To really get off the ground, 40% would be going into marketing, 30% roughly would be going to working capital, and 30% will be going into new product development. Because right now I've got the one hero SKU which I'm going to focus on. So I really want to focus on the one product, grow it to X amount of revenue. In my head, I want to get to a £3 million business before I start considering new products. In terms of the big boys, I mean, a lot of the big boys they're not focused on gut health. Like gut health, you've got pills and powders are the main thing. And for me, it's not natural. This is truly natural. It's plants that are grown out the ground. They're not being in a lab. My slogan is, it's made from earth, not in a lab. And the big boys ain't talking about that. They're not even, to me, they're not on the same level.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting one. I don't know how many people in the room know much about Crohn's and Colitis. Terrible thing, one of my sisters had Crohn's at the age of 16. It's a life-changing illness. So if anything, she's looking at trying this. So, have we any questions for Manny? Yeah. Instead of putting back on, shout it out. Sorry, give me your name.
Yeah, it's fine. Hi, it's Steve Thompson, the Trademark Helpline. Have you got any samples to try today?
I wanted to, but unfortunately I wasn't given permission.
Unfortunately, because we're in a restaurant venue,
Right.
health and safety, they won't let us serve our own drinks. But if you're interested, have a word with Matt.
Imagine that'll be the best way of selling the product. So.
I wanted to.
Yeah, we wanted to, but fortunately, we're a bit stuck because of health and safety here. Darren Gloucester.
Oh, hi there, Darren Gloucester, Future Wellness. Are you working or already talking to the Crohn's charities?
No, I haven't reached out to the
With your story alone, I mean, that will obviously, because I know quite a few people with Crohn's, and it is debilitating, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So I think the power of your story, followed by
It's not a medically approved product, it's herbal tea.
Yeah.
It's really important to make that
No, but what the journey he's been on since he had that problem in 2016 is the business.
Yeah.
That is the business. And if you get that right, I think the charities would be very keen to talk.
Yeah, if you've got any contacts there, I'm happy to have a conversation, but I haven't reached out to them.
Any other questions in the room? You're always very reticent.
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering, is the UK the biggest market for gut health?
It's UK and America at this moment in time. India to a lesser extent. I'll be focusing on the UK and then looking to expand EU and US strongly.
Interesting. Yeah. Shout
Like,
it out.
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Stupid question, but what does it taste like?
What does it taste like?
It tastes like Mother Nature give you a fist bump.
Kelly's got
It's so good for that one, thank you.
Hi again, hi Manny.
Hi, Kelly, nice to meet you.
Okay, there's, I think your story is incredible. What an inspiration. And, there's so many alternatives coming up. If you think about, the alcohol market, there's like alcohol-free bars coming up and all that kind of stuff. You could definitely book that trend with the fifth rate. But there's quite a few things that are growing in popularity at the moment, such as the mushroom coffee.
Yes, I'm fully aware of mushrooms.
So does your product contain any mushroom, or is it more on the plant herbal?
There's no mushrooms in my product, it's completely the plant herbal side of things. I'll leave mushrooms to the coffee guys because I'm not interested in that. That's just like, it's a stepping stone to me because it's still coffee.
Right.
And they're putting the medicinal mushrooms in it like chaga and lime and so forth, which is great. But for me, it's the plants that have been around since antiquity, the ancient Egyptians, the Romans, the Greeks, Chinese, everyone's been having them for thousands and thousands of years, and they're relegated to the back streets. Now a lot of this stuff is backed by science, where it wasn't previously. So, and same with the mushrooms that are in the coffee, it's the same kind of story, but they kind of go hand in hand with the coffee, whereas I've stayed away from the coffee. I'm actually kind of going against the coffee side of things, so there's no mushrooms in my product.
Last question.
Louise Rogers from Spencer Churchill. I've always been curious with brands like this. How much research have you done in terms of, I know you can't say it's not medically backed, but into building that into your product for the future, and what impact specifically is that on your health, day to day?
Yeah, so I've been researching these plants for 7 years. I became kind of like an amateur expert in that sense, because if you come into my house, in my kitchen I've got 25 to 30 jars of herbs, all labelled up, all loose, and I might wake up one day and I'm like, a bit of a sniffle, I could do something to boost my immune system. Alright, put a bit of echinacea in there, put a bit of elderberry, put a bit of nettle, and I make my own custom blends, and that's how this came about. And this is obviously combating gut health, energy and stress, which is a trifecta in life to me personally. How this is impacting my life moving forward was, I was on medication from 2001 to 2016, 2017 actually, a little bit after my bowel perforated. At its peak, I was on 14 tablets a day. Like Graham said, it's debilitating. Like previously, rewind 7 years, I would have had to think, alright, where's the toilets? Because I need to go. I'll be around a lot of people, I'll be struggling thinking I can't be present in a conversation because I'll be thinking, well, my stomach's killing. All of this is out the window right now because the power of Cosmic You has really transformed my life, and it transformed my clients' lives to have a better life, better quality of life, because right now I'm medication free, I'm symptom free, and bear in mind I had a bowel perforation, I had an ileostomy bag I did mention, but that's been reversed, and I live a full quality of life, and a big part of that is Cosmic You, and I want this to be mass market because I want everyone to feel as great as I do.
Right, well, if anyone else has got any questions, Manny's not going to be rushing off at the end. Have a word with him. We'll give him a big round of applause.